All right. Thought of another rule that I want to bring out is you want to freeze dry like things with like flavors. So if I freeze dry my tomato sauce, I don't want to add cheese or something that'll be offensive to have, like my strawberry banana. That would be a gross combo. It is possible that there will be some cross contamination of flavors. So if it's heavy in garlic or onion, or if it's really sweet, I don't want to mix those. So that'll be something that we discuss in our freeze drying. So I'm gonna try to do a whole thing of my dairies with my lunch meats because those are all fairly mild. Another thing is I want to give you some carrots, but I can't just throw the raw carrots in. I have to blanch these first because if I were going to freeze a bag of carrots, I would have to blanch a bag of carrots before freezing it. The enzymes don't neutralize just by freezing, so it's something that you have to blanch in order for it to be properly frozen. There's websites out there, I'd have to Google it too, of does this need to be blanched before I freeze it. Raw carrots, potatoes would have to be prepared before freeze drying. Post hash browns, they're like hash browns. These are all asparagus, seasoned, these vegetables. These are already blanched. They're ready. When I open these bags to eat them, I'm gonna treat them, I'm gonna reconstitute them, and then I'm gonna cook them as if I just opened them from this bag. Meaning they're not fully cooked. I'm gonna want to cook them more or eat them raw from the bag, which is my choice. I probably would just eat the peas raw from the bag, or I could actually make those, just put them in cold water and add them as a protein to my salad. The corn is delicious, not reconstituted, so I probably would have a hard time reconstituting that. Squash, I went ahead and cheated and just got butternut squash. When I get these, I'm gonna want to cook them for 5 to 7 minutes on my, 6 to 8 minutes on my stove top on medium-high heat. This is information I'm gonna transfer onto my bag. So when I put this into a Mylar bag, it'll have the instructions on how to prep it as if I just got them out of the freezer. But the difference is from my freezer, if I lose my power, I have to eat it. And when it's freeze dried, it has a 30-year shelf life. And that's why we're doing this. All right, well, these were pre-frozen, so I can just throw them right in my freeze dryer. If they weren't pre-frozen, I would want to freeze them ahead of time, and that saves a good 8 to 12 hours. And my freeze dryer is ready. Go do your thing. I'm gonna close the valve so that when the pump turns on, it'll be ready. All right, we'll see these in 24 hours. Go ahead and prepare these while I have it here, and then throw this in the freezer so that it can pre-freeze and get ready for my next batch. So when my next batch is done, I will take it out and bag it, let the machine thaw, remove all that water, and sanitize the machine and start my next batch. I plan on using these like one block per
Mom,
lunch.
what are
So
you
I'm gonna go ahead
doing?
and freeze it like this.
What are you doing?
I'm making some food for the freeze dryer, buddy. Finishing my hurricane stash. This is the last of the food I needed for my hurricane stash food. Cool, huh? I'm gonna feel really good. I'm gonna have 2 weeks.
Mom, I want to try it.
Here, you wanna lick the wrapper?
Sure.
I'm gonna have 2 weeks full of food, so I don't have to go shopping when it's crazy. And I know what's in our food, because I did it. I cooked it all. All right. I know I for sure wanted this. This is just some Gouda cheese. And this is slightly experiment. We'll figure out how it goes, how it reconstitutes, or if I want to just eat it dry. We'll find out. For my ham, I'm gonna want to cut it into more like cubes. So I'm gonna use it for a couple meals. I'm gonna use it for my pizza and then a couple of my breakfasts with my eggs. I'm gonna try to get heavy protein in the morning, first thing. Let's see how much room. I'm gonna do my cheese for my pizza. I'm pretty sure this will be amazing. We'll want to just eat it off of this. I'm pretty sure I'll have to reconstitute it and then make pizza with it. But cheese freezes well, just normally. So there's no reason in my mind that it wouldn't freeze dry well and then reconstitute well. So I'm excited about that. That one was an easy just dump. I could just do shredded cheese and some lunch meat for a lunch. That would be an easy meal. I'll see if I have something to put on this space. It's fairly expensive to run the freeze dryer, so I like to load it up. But this is all dairy, which will take on flavor, so I don't want to make it weird. In the past, I have made my lunch meat that I got. Let's see. And I rolled the lunch meat around a piece of string cheese and freeze dried it that way. That's what I've done in the past. This time, I think I just want just the meat. This actually would be good on my pizza too. I think I'll just do it. You see that? Making this part up as I go. But I can imagine this reconstituting well. It's going to be really dry and flaky, so I'm going to have to be gentle, and then we'll just eat what we have. Remember, you get out what you put in. So if you're going to buy, I'd probably say no to like something like a bologna or a salami, because the fat's too high. But if you're gonna buy something,
Mom,
you want to go ahead and save quality
Where's
food.
the other wrapper?
You want to eat the other cream cheese? Can you throw it away when you're done licking it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't open this. There we go. Don't tell me you don't do that too. All right. I have freeze-dried bread. And I've read that when you reconstitute your bread, you simply dampen a paper towel and wrap it around your bread and let it get, so instead of like pouring and making it mushy, just let it absorb from that, and it makes so much sense in my mind. So I do have some freeze-dried bread already ready to go. I just needed some of the round amounts. All right. Then we're gonna do this ham, which I'm gonna cut. I have done the raw baby carrots before, and I was not at all impressed with how it tasted. So if you suggest that, I'll say no. We do have to prepare them ahead of time for the freeze dryer. They can't just get dumped in there. No good. No good. But one thing I'm excited about doing, and I wish I would do more, I'll do more soon, is green powder. This is freeze-dried, like the kale baby kale spinach mix, the organic mix you get from Sprouts, and stay out, Kona. No, Kona, go. Spinach and then Sprouts, all freeze-dried together. I actually blended it together in my food processor, so it was a paste, and then freeze-dried it. And so 1/3 of a cup equals 2 whole cups of slightly packed, if you were gonna pack it, greens. So you can add, if you wanted a cup, you just need to do a couple rounded tablespoons and get your whole 2 cup or whole serving of greens right there. So I've been adding that in my smoothies and it doesn't turn it green. I don't even taste it. I feel kind of like I'm cheating. So that's something I'm gonna do more of. Let's see. So that I can get some of my vegetables in without too much effort and too much bulk. So most of this is gonna go in with eggs. I have the raw eggs already, so I'm gonna want in squares and then on pizza. So I'm gonna put it on my pan and then pre-freeze it so that it doesn't take as much time in my freeze dryer. It's I prefer to, it can freeze the food I need, but I prefer to pre-freeze because it takes extra time. It can take a long time to freeze depending on what temperature you put it in at. And then it's like it's made to freeze dry, so use it for the drying part is my main thought. You're hungry? You're my hungry boy? I'm gonna have to stash more food, I'm telling you. We are not gonna have enough. Do you want a little bit of ham?
Sure. I'll have this stash.
Do you want that ham? Okay. All right, so this is ready to go to my freezer. All right, I know I showed prepping all of this. This is mozzarella cheese. I'll use that for pizza. I'll reconstitute it and use it for pizza. This is just regular Gouda cheese. This is my cream cheese. Ham. This is what actually took the longest. It would have been dry last night, but the ham wasn't done. Sandwich cheese and lunch meat. I'll reconstitute this before eating it. I tried one of these last night and it was so good. I think I have a new like keto snack. It was like a cheese cracker. So I'm gonna bag these up and be one step closer.